Let me just look.
Yeah, that's fine. You're good.
What's the best thing for you about Santino's Dragons?
That everyone is friends, and that it doesn't matter what or who they are. They're all friends.
Amen, brother. Very nice. Good way to end it.
Thank you so much, bro.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank Lisa and Mario Santino, of course. You've been listening to the Arc Report on Rowan Radio. My name is Bill Gordon. And for more information about the Arc Roster, you can check our website at www.thearcroster.org or give us a call at 856-848-8648. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We'll meet again next month.
You've been listening to the Arc Report. News and interviews with people involved with developmental disabilities. The Arc Report. This has been an exclusive public affairs presentation of Rowan Radio, 89.7 WGRS
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into SB Gymnasium for this Division III women's basketball matchup between the Rowan University Profs and the Eastern University Eagles. If you're just joining us now, the Profs and Eagles are tied at 3 with 8 minutes and 12 seconds left in the first half. So far in this game, it has been kind of a slow one. Right before we got here, Alex Raring hit a fadeaway jumper, and right there is number 31, April Simzik, getting the shot to go and the foul. She's going to go to the line for an and one. I'm Mark Etstelli right here alongside my broadcast partner, Ahmad Al-Austin. Ahmad, what do you think the Profs need to do in order to win this game tonight?
The Profs just need to do what they normally do. I mean, they're 9-5 this year. They've had a great deal of success, and honestly, they need to play their brand of basketball, which shouldn't be all that difficult to do against this team in particular. Eastern, they're off to a very slow start. They're 4-10, so this will be another good chance for Rowan to keep that momentum going into the new year. They still haven't even lost in 2018, riding a 3-game win streak.
Very well put, Ahmad. Right now, the Eagles with the ball. That's number 12, Taylor Price. Price dishes off to number 23, Maya Harris. And Maya Harris is called for the travel. It'll be a turnover for the Eastern Eagles and Profs ball. As Ahmad said, Profs doing very good right now on the season. Currently with a record of 8-5. Actually 9-5 if you go off the forfeited game to New Jersey City University. And now here come the Eastern Eagles. Driving in, shot is blocked. That shot came from number 5, Taylor Azair, and that shot was blocked by number 14, Summer Crilly. Great defensive play right there from the Profs.
Yeah, the excellent transition defense after, getting a little careless with the ball, turning it over, but they're able to, keep that inside nice and well guarded.
Eastern inbounds the ball. That's number 5, Taylor Azair, top of the key. Eastern still with the ball. Price dribbles in, dishes it out to number 33, Young Harris for 3. Shot comes off the rim, and here come the Profs the other way. Number 22, Kaylin Seitzma. Seitzma with the ball, dishes it to Crilly outside the top of the arc. Back to Seitzma. Seitzma finds Rowan, who can't get the 3 to go. Rebound goes to Eastern. Here they come. Coming down the court on the fast break. Layup is no good. Rebound. Eastern right there getting the offensive rebound and putting it away. 6-5 Profs.
Great defense there to force the initial miss when it was looking like a 1-on-0 fast break. But the one downside to Rowan's season thus far, they have been plagued by a lot of offensive rebounds from the opposing team. So that's going to be something to look out for. Yeah,
and right there you just saw Alex Raring take a quick little jump shot trying to get the Profs offense started again. She couldn't corral the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Off of her, it'll be Eastern Eagles ball. Price dishes the ball to Azair. Back to Price. Azair with the ball. Back to Price. Price at half court. Raring playing some good defense. Ball dished out to Young Harris. Azair with the ball again. She chucks up a 3 off the rim. Rebound back to Eastern, and they get the bucket to go. Another offensive rebound plagues the Profs.
Second chance buckets. Second chance buckets are always going to be that downside.
And Eastern's going to take the lead 7-6. Raring with the ball. She finds Crilly. Crilly looking inside at Simzik. Instead, she dishes it back out to Rowan. There's Rowan. Passes it back to Crilly. Summer Crilly dishes it inside to Simzik. Outside. Raring with the 3, and she nails it. Profs take the lead right back from the Eastern Eagles.
She's got 5 of their 7 points to start this game, Raring their leading scorer.
Steal right there from Seitzma. Seitzma dribbling in for the layup, and she gets it to go. Great defense right there from Seitzma as she is able to get the steal and the 2 points on the fast break for the Profs.
And there you see one of the bright spots inversely for Rowan's women's team up to this point in the season. That full court press, when they get it engaged, it's very tough for opposing teams to break.
And there's Eastern. Great little spin move right there from Brianna Young-Harris in the paint. She gets the 2 to fall. Here comes Rowan up the court for the Profs. She dishes off to Crilly. Summer Crilly with the ball. Dribbling around one defender. Shoots up a shot, can't get it to fall, and here comes Eastern coming down the fast break. It's a 3-on-2 for the Eagles. Pass, intercepted, actually deflects off a Prof. It's going to stay right here and be Eastern's ball. Actually, it looks like a foul might have been called when the pass was thrown, and it's going to be 2 free throws for the Eagles.
Yeah, it appears they gave them the shooting foul on that one.
That was an interesting call. I couldn't really understand if there was even a shot put up, but. And that is Brianna Young-Harris missing the first free throw.
We noticed early on in this game when Rowan's given up a lot of easy transition buckets. That's how they were fortunate to only come away with a shooting foul. But Eastern team, they really like to get out and run. You're seeing a very significant speed difference between these teams, so that's definitely going to be something for Rowan to look out for. They got to limit them on transition because this team is looking like they could thrive off of it.
And just coming into the games for the Profs, number 15, Samantha Teo. She drives, she dishes, finds Dominique Peters, who then dishes it to number 13, Olivia Rowan, who hits the 3. Eastern coming up the court. That's Azair with the ball at midcourt. She's looking, finds Young Harris. Young Harris dishes it out wide to Azair, who shoots the 3, and she gets that one to fall.
Looked to be somewhat of a communication there, maybe a rotation left off, but definitely not the way you want to play defense.
Peters, that's Simzik underneath the basket. Shot is blocked, no foul called, and Eastern's going to come the other way. Here's Azair from 3. Instead, she decides to pass it to number 4, Deniza Brown. Brown with the ball. She dishes it to Azair. Young Harris setting a screen. She backs into her defender. And a foul called on Young Harris. That's an off-the-ball foul on Young Harris. It's going to be a turnover for the Eagles, and the ball's going to go right back to the Profs.
And there you see Rowan, they really need to capitalize on these, unforced turnovers that are being committed by Eastern University, because this team, despite their record, they're showing that they have some fight in them. They're keeping up with Rowan. Rowan, a significantly high-scoring team compared to Eastern University.
And there's Dominique Peters for a 3, and she gets it to go. Timeout, Eastern Eagles. Profs take a 17-12 lead with 3 minutes and 29 seconds left to go in the first half. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep it right here. Ahmad, what do you like from the Profs so far in this game?
I like that they're able to find their shots first and foremost. This is a team that loves shooting the 3, and throughout all the season they've had a good amount of success shooting the 3-point ball. As you see, for the year, they're shooting 30%. That's a little bit above league average, 30% from 3. So they've already hit, I believe, 3 or 4 up to this point, and Eastern University's defense is allowing them to shoot that 3, which just so happens to be Rowan's strong suit. So if they continue to play to that strength, the score could get a little out of hand.
Definitely agree with you on that, and the Profs also need to make sure, as you alluded to earlier, Eastern likes to move the ball fast. They need to make sure they get back on defense when they do miss those 3-point shots. But Eastern coming up the court. There's Azair. Azair with the ball. She dishes it wide. Finds Harris. Harris drops it into the game for Eastern. Number 15, Naomi Harris. Naomi Harris dishes it to Maya Harris. Pass intercepted by Simzik, and she finds Seitzma, who then finds number 15, Samantha Teo, to Peters, to Seitzma. Finds Rowan. Rowan looking for Simzik. She dishes it to Tello. Out to Peters for 3. And she gets that one to go. Back-to-back 3-pointers from Dominique Peters. Gets the Profs up by 8 here in this first half.
They love that 3 ball. They really do.
And that's a steal right there from Rowan, who finds Teo. Teo looking for Peters, who drives. Layup. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Eastern. Little pressure put on by Rowan, but here comes Azair up the court. Azair dribbling, looking. Finds number 11, Vicky Nice. Finds Maya Harris. I'm sorry, that was Naomi Harris. And Azair with the ball. Finds Kanice. And that's a 3-pointer, and it falls for Deniza Brown, bringing the Eagles within 5. But here comes Rowan quickly up the court. Peters looking for Simzik. Simzik, little fake under the basket, dishes it back out to Peters, who drives, throws the layup up, and gets it to go once again. That's 3 straight scoring possessions, all courtesy of Dominique Peters.
Peters, a 3rd leading scorer in the season, averaging 12.4 a game. She's already got 8. Definitely looking to go well above that season average in this one.
Here's Easton with the ball. Azair out wide. She finds Kanice. Kanice goes up for the layup, and she gets that one to go. Great little move by Kanice to find herself some room and lays it in.
The Rowan is starting to find their rhythm on offense, and so is Eastern University. I mean, you can't have this rhythm on offense and then expect to, and then just give up, whatever they want, as we see.
Seitzma got her shot blocked, and here Eastern was coming down on the fast break as Vicky Kanice was going up for the layup. She gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots, trying to make this lead even smaller for the Profs.
Yeah, this team has a lot of fight in them. You see, they have 17 points in this first quarter. This is a team that only averages, what, 62, I believe it was? Yeah, they only average 62 points a game this year.
And when you're playing 4 quarters of basketball, you're right, that's not a lot of points, but
Yeah.
they're almost a third of the way there, and the first quarter's not even
absolutely.
over. So Eastern, regardless of what their record is coming into this game, are showing a lot of fight right now against the Profs, who have a pretty good record themselves. 6-2 in the NJAC, 8-5 on the season.
But at the same time, you look at Rowan's defense, they average about 72 points a game, whereas you look at Eastern's defense, they let up, 63 points a game. So Eastern, they're a fairly strong defensive team, whereas Rowan University, they're looking for a shootout.
An errant pass from the Profs leads to a turnover, and here comes Eastern down the other way. That's number 12 for Eastern. Dish it off, finds Azair. Azair finds number 24, Mary-Kate McLaughlin, who dished it to number 12, Taylor Price. Price with the ball at the baseline, dished it back out to Azair. At top of three-point line, she drives, and she gets the layup to go. She ran right around Rowan's number 21, Juliet Tobin, and got that layup to go. Profs lead cut to 2. 36 seconds left in this first quarter. Here comes Summer Crilly driving for the Profs. And it looks like her shot got blocked, and it's going to go out of bounds off an Eastern Eagle. Profs ball with 33.2 seconds left to go. The Profs have a 22-20 lead in this first quarter.
Yeah, Rowan's definitely going to need someone to rotate defensively because this Eastern team on offense has a lot of speed, and they're just taking everyone to the rack at will.
Crilly tries to back down a defender. Her shot gets blocked, but it's stolen back by the Profs. And I believe that was number 23 for the Profs, Jenna Hoffner, picking up the rebound. Then she got pushed over. The ball rolled out, and it's going to be a foul on the Eastern Eagles. But Profs will keep the ball down here with 20.5 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Ball into Raring. Raring looking. She finds Crilly. Crilly dishes it out to Teo. Teo back to Crilly. Crilly at the top of the three-point line with 10 seconds to go. She dishes it in, pass intercepted, but Raring with the great hustle play to get the ball back. Profs with the ball. Crilly, 0, and her shot gets blocked at the buzzer. We're going to end that first quarter with a score of Profs 22 and Eastern 20.
You see there, both teams now on pace to score 80 points, but Rowan have given these slight edge with the 2-point lead, leading 22-20. As I said, Rowan, they like the shootout because they've got a lot of weapons. They got Raring averaging 16 a game. They got Simzik averaging 14, Peters with 12, Crilly with 12. They have a lot of different options they can go to offensively. So it almost seems like, despite their lacking on defense, they're still saying to Eastern, hey, we've got the weapons. Like, if our defense is faltering, like, this offense can carry us. And after one, it's proven true.
And with the end of the first quarter, we are going to take a very quick break. We will be right back with Profs women's basketball right here on Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM.
WGLS FM programming is made possible in part by Hybrid. Hybrid makes it easy for you to compete online. Websites, online listings, search and social marketing, display ads, and more. Hybrid creates all the digital marketing you need. For more information, the website is hybrid.com. That's HIBU.com. Hybrid is proud to support Rowan Radio.
Hey, it's Lee Kirshner from the 80s Arcade, Saturday mornings from 10 till noon, only on Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM. And now, let's get back to the game.
Welcome back into SB Gymnasium. I'm Mark Etzelli alongside Ahmad Austin. We're here bringing you second quarter action of this women's basketball matchup between the Rowan University Profs and the Eastern University Eagles. Profs lead at the end of the first quarter 22-20, and the second quarter has just started. A quick jump shot coming from Price. She can't get it to go. Rebound by Crilly. Finds Teo streaking down the court, who dishes it back to Hoffner looking for Raring, but she steps out of bounds while she was trying to get open and receives the ball. That'll be a turnover on the Profs and Eastern University ball.
That's a great look by Hoffner there. It's just that Raring was just a tad early on that jump out.
And here comes Eastern coming up the board. Profs doing a very good job with the full court press. Young Harris looking. She finds number 4, Deniza Brown. Brown to Azer for 3. Azer hits the 3. And Eastern takes the 23-22 lead. Here's Teo. She finds Crilly, who then finds number 21, Tobin. Back to Crilly. Crilly lays it up, and she gets it to go while absorbing the contact. No foul called, but still a very hard-fought 2 points right there from Summer Crilly. Here comes Eastern at half court. That's Taylor Price. Looking, she's dribbling into the paint, tosses up a shot, and she gets that one to fall. She had two Prof defenders right in front of her. She still got the shot off and got it to go. Good effort right there from Price and from the Eastern University Eagles.
You see there again, they're just doing what they want under the rim. Rowan needs to definitely tighten up, inside the restricted area on defense.
That's Tobin driving in for the layup, and she grabs the lead right back for the Profs, 26-25 with 8:22 left in the second quarter.
And you see starting off this second quarter, Rowan getting a lot of shots inside. They're showing Eastern, hey, we're not just a perimeter shooting team. We can take it to the rack if we need to.
And that three from Eastern is airballed. There's Young Harris. Rebound came out. Young Harris dishes to Price. She can't get the shot to fall. Again with another offensive rebound for Eastern. However, they throw it back up. It goes off the rim, and then they get called for, it looks like maybe an over-the-back foul, and that'll be Profs' ball. And the Profs making a few substitutions. Coming back into the game for the Profs, number 12, Dominique Peters, and number 13, Olivia Rowan. Out on the court with them is number 14, Summer Crilly, number 20, Alex Raring, and number 31, April Simzik.
And you see Coach Lozella almost cleaning house there, bringing in 3 subs. She was very, very visibly frustrated after almost letting up another second chance bucket.
Raring finds Crilly outside the arc. She shoots and drains the 3. And the Profs extend that lead to 4 points, 29-25 Rowan. Here comes Eastern up the court. That's Denisa Brown. She finds Price. Taylor Price driving, finds Young Harris, who finds number 4, Brown, for 3, and she gets that one to go. We are witnessing a shootout right now, Ahmad.
Absolutely. It all depends on who's got more ammo, to say the least.
There's Raring. She dishes it to Crilly, who finds Rowan. Rowan back to Raring. Raring finds Simzik underneath. Quick little play to Rowan. She dishes it, finds Crilly, backs down her defender. Back out to Raring for 3. With a defender draped all over her. Alex Raring gets that 3 to go. What a fantastic shot and play by Alex Raring.
Above all else, Alex Raring gets buckets, and she knows how to get them anywhere on the court.
And Price able to get by Peters, number 12 on number 12. She dished it to Young Harris, back to Price. Price standing outside the three-point line, finds Young Harris. She's at the top of the key. She finds Price again, and she drives in. Layup does not fall. However, Eastern gets that offensive rebound again. Price shoots up a shot. Just beats the shot clock, but Rowan gets the rebound, and Crilly's going to look for Raring. Profs have the disadvantage on this fast break. Raring falling over and gets the shot to go. She drove around number 4, Denisia Brown, and she falls over and gets the shot to go. She'll go to the line for an and 1.
It's simple as that, Mark. She just gets buckets.
That was an unbelievable play from Raring, and she converts the and 1 and improves the Profs' lead to a 7-point margin. Great work right there.
Already outscoring Eastern by a margin of 13-8 in this second quarter.
And there's Brown. She finds number 40, Sarah Getzinger, who finds Price, back to Young Harris. She finds number 23, Maya Harris, for the quick 3, and she gets that one to go. Lead shrinks back down to 4 points.
And already early on in this game, when it looks like Rowan is, about to go on one of those runs that could put him out early, Eastern hits a big three-point shot. And it's always a three-point shot. The three-point defense from Rowan has not been, satisfactory up to this point, as we see a great driving basket by Summer Crilly.
That was a great move by Summer Crilly. Drove, got the contact again, and got it to fall. She's really fighting through contact tonight. A quick 3 coming from Brown. Shot can't fall, but she gets her own rebound. And now she has to pass it out. She finds Maya Harris. Maya Harris to Taylor Price. Quick steal from Dominique Peters, and she's going to drive. She's got Price on her back. She goes for the layup. Can't get it to go. And a foul's going to be called on Alex Raring after the rebound. It's going to stay with Eastern.
Definitely need to take advantage of those opportunities there by Peter. She in particular has very quick hands, gets a lot of steals for this Rowan team. So gotta make those free ones count. That was a gimme.
Yeah, she definitely let the pressure that was put on by Price get the better of her on that one, and she doesn't get it to fall, but the Eagles will have possession. Here's Young Harris, finds Azair. Azair with the ball, driving in, dish it out to Maya Harris for three. Can't get it to go. Rebound. And what do you know? Azair gets it to go again. Another offensive rebound for the Eastern Eagles.
And it's always the smallest people on the team. They're letting the guards get the rebounds among the tall trees in the offensive glass.
Yeah, the Profs not doing a very good job of boxing out. However, they're lucky they're out shooting Eastern right now. Great pass right there from Teo as she finds Simzik for two.
Beautiful pick and roll action right there.
And there is Maya Harris. She gives it back to Azair. Back to Harris. She finds Kanice in the corner. Dish it back out top to Azair. Finds, that's number 4, Brown. Brown back to Kanice. To Azair. That's Young Harris. And she gets called for a travel as she drives in. That's going to be a turnover on the Eagles. Profs ball going the other way.
And that's what, a nice extensive defensive stand can do. They see the shot clock's low, they start getting a little urgent. Unforced errors right there.
Seitzma finds Simzik, who finds Teo. Teo dishes into Simzik. She's got the size advantage, and she gets that one to go. Profs extend the lead to 8 points. 41-33 is the score. A quick steal by Dominique Peters, and she gets another bucket to go. 43-33 now. Profs have a 10-point lead. With 3:43 left to go in the second quarter, it's going to be a 30-second timeout. So we're going to keep it right here. And despite all those conceded offensive rebounds by the Profs, they still find themselves up by 10.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And they're very strong defensively. They up to this point, they've taken a significantly, harder stand in the defensive end as opposed to that first quarter. And the only problem is that, you got to finish the job. You got to get those offensive rebounds. But, thankfully you have someone like Dominique Peters who's, averaging a little over 2 steals a game. She already has 2 in this first half. And, that can certainly be a catalyst for the rest of the defense. Like, hey, she's not even letting them get back here. So, the least we can do is have her back if she's not able to get those steals.
Yeah, and you're right. That was a great steal off the inbound. It was almost like Eastern didn't see her coming. She comes right in, grabs the ball, throws it up for 2. Right after the Profs just extend their lead to 8, she extends it to 10. And the ball is going to be inbounded by Eastern. Here comes Azair. She's double teamed. That's Dominique Peters all over her. She gets by 3 defenders. And there's Maya Harris looking for the shot. Can't get it to go. There you go. The Profs get the rebound on this one. Seitzma finds Rowan out wide. Rowan back to Seitzma. She's at half court. She gives it back to Rowan. Simzik finds herself open. She dishes it to Teo. Finds Simzik underneath. She's got the size advantage again. Can't get it to go. Rebound brought down by Young Harris of the Eastern Eagles. It's going to be a 2-on-1. Young Harris takes it herself. And she gets the bucket to fall with the foul. She's going to go to the line for an and one.
And she is a blur when she has that ball in her hands and she sees a lane. She's flying past everyone. That was an easy and one for her.
Absolutely great decision by Young Harris. She had a 2-on-1, and she actually had a Prof trailing behind her and one in front of her. But she decides to take it herself instead of passing it off, but I guess it all pays off.
Oh, yeah, she had the momentum. She knew, they were on their heels, so they wouldn't be able to react in time for, her ridiculous speed on the offensive end.
And Brianna Young Harris can't get the free throw to go. Rebound by Seitzma, and she dishes it to Crilly. And the Profs are going to come up the court the other way. Here's Summer Crilly. Great pick right there from Simzik. Ball dished out. Dominique Peters for 3. She can't get this one to fall. Young Harris with the ball. She's getting double teamed now. She dishes it off to Azair. She's double teamed as well, but the ball's dished to number 3, Amanda Riff. Back to Azair.
They came very close to a 10-second violation there. Eastern got very lucky.
Young Harris then finds Azair at the top of the 3-point arc. She's looking, tries to find Young Harris underneath. She does. The ball pops out to Kanice. Kanice with a nice little jumper. And that's going to trimmed the lead down to a mere 6 points for the Profs. Dish to Rowan. She's looking. Driving in. Finds Simzik. Looks for the hook shot. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound, and she gets that one to fall.
Great effort there. That's why you always follow your shot. You don't wait for the result. You just crash.
And here's Riff. Amanda Riff finds Azair. Back to Riff. She shoots a three. Off the rim. Rebound by Simzik. And here comes Olivia Rowan the other way.
Rowan getting very lucky there. They're giving up entirely too many open three-point looks.
Yeah, Riff was wide open on that play. Ball passed into Seitzma. She can't get the shot to fall, but she will go to the line for 2 points. That was a great little play run by the Profs to get Seitzma open, and now she's going to go to the line, hoping she can convert this too.
Yeah, Seitzma and Simzik rather taking full advantage of their size here early on. You know, Rowan, they definitely got the size advantage in the low post rather. So look for them to give them feeds more often because it's definitely worked pretty well in the second quarter.
And coming into the game for the Profs, number 15, Samantha Teo, as well as number 20, Alex Raring, finds her way back into the game. And here comes Taylor Price. She finds Azair. Taylor to Taylor. There is number 33, Young Harris, back to Azair. She finds Price. Young Harris with the ball. She turns, faces up Seitzma. She finds Price. Price looking to take the shot, and she gets it to go. I got to tell you, Taylor Price is having a fantastic game right now for the Eagles.
Oh, absolutely. That shot is falling.
Oh, great dish from Teo to Seitzma. She just can't get it to fall, though. And here come the Eagles the other way with a 3-on-2. Price driving in. Gets the layup to fall.
It's a fast team.
I got to tell you, they are really killing the Profs on the fast break. As soon as the Profs miss a shot and they bring down the rebound, they are going full speed the other way.
Yeah, absolutely. The Profs have no time to sit there and react. As soon as the shot goes up, they got to go.
And that's a three from Olivia Rowan. And just when it seems Eastern fights their way back into the game, Rowan answers for the Profs with a three-pointer.
Huge basket for Rowan.
It seemed like the Eagles had all the momentum, and then all of a sudden Rowan with the dagger three right there. Eastern can't get the shot to go, but they get the rebound again. Another offensive rebound for the Eagles. Here's Price outside the three-point line. 22 seconds left to go in the first half. It looks like shot clock is off, so the Eagles are probably going to hold on to this and get the last shot. Price dribbling with the ball at midcourt. She's got Alex Raring right in front of her, looking to play defense. Here's Price driving in. She dishes, finds Azair. Step back three. Can't get it to go. Seitzman gets the rebound quickly. Here comes Crilly with a shot from half court. She can't get it to go. It's off the backboard, but that concludes the first half of action here tonight at SB Gym. The Profs with a 9-point lead going into the half, a score of 50-41. The Profs lead going into this half. Ahmad, what do you think the Profs need to continue, and what did you just like about that half from the Profs?
Oh, I absolutely love the offensive output. I mean, they're on pace for 100 points in a Division III women's basketball. Like, that's insane. But at the same time, you have Eastern on pace for 82. So, very high scoring half up to this point, and, they definitely don't want to let up 40 points to a 4-10 team. But, if they can get 50 points in a half, then they continue, that shootout that I predicted earlier. They've got the weapons to do it. You see, early on it was Raring, and then it was Crilly, and then we see a little bit of action from Seitzma and Simzik.
And we saw Peters, too. Peters came in with 3 baskets in a row.
They have a lot of different options they can go to, whereas East on the other end, you see a lot of Brianna Young-Harris, and you see a lot of Taylor Price. Those are their, 2 primary options, and then everyone else from there is kind of a significant drop-off. Whereas Rowan, it's more, of an even offensive output. So, if one weapon isn't going, you've got, a handful to go to. It's kind of like a Swiss Army knife mentality, if you will. So, I like how they're sharing the ball on offense.
Okay. I agree with you on that. I think we can both agree on the one thing the Profs need to improve on coming out in this second half is going to be those offensive rebounds. They need to start winning the rebound battle. They are getting toyed with when it comes to getting just rebounds in general. They can't even get their own offensive rebounds, and then they're giving up their own offensive rebounds. So if that's one thing the Profs need to work on, I think we can both agree on that. But that will conclude the first half for the Rowan University Profs. They lead 50-41, and I'm going to send it back to the studio where Mike DeLeo is going to bring you the halftime show You're listening to Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM. We'll be back with second half coverage in just a little bit.
WGLS programming is made possible in part by the Rowan University Alumni Association, proud to serve over 80,000 alumni through exciting events and programs, the Rowan Magazine, and special alumni benefits and discounts. The Alumni Association provides Rowan alumni with numerous opportunities to stay connected to their alma mater year-round. Alumni are encouraged to check out the website for a list of exciting upcoming events and programs. For more information, the website is alumni.rowan.edu. The Rowan University Alumni Association is proud to sponsor the programming on Rowan Radio.
WGLS programming is sponsored in part by the Art Roster, a nonprofit organization which serves the needs of people with intellectual and related developmental disabilities and their families through education, advocacy, and direct services. The Art Roster offers adult training and employment services, recreation programs, and community living arrangements. For more information on Art Roster services or various employment opportunities, the phone number is 856-848-8648. The Art Luster, proud to be a sponsor of Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM.
Welcome back to the WGLS FM studios here in Glassboro. It is halftime of Profs women's basketball, winning 50-41 right now against Eastern University on this Martin Luther King Day special. A game that wasn't originally on the schedule, but due to some scheduling conflicts, this one had to be moved to this Monday night. But the Profs look like they are in action, having one of their best shooting games of the season so far. They have just been red hot all over the place. Again, they lose 50-41 against their non-conference opponents. It is Alex Waring leading the way, all scores with 11 points, and then Dominique Peters with another 10 for the Profs. That's tied with Taylor Azair, though, who has 10 for Eastern, and Taylor Price and Brianna Young-Harris have 6 to try to match what Rowan has been able to do on the offensive end, and it really has been a full team effort. As a team so far, the Profs have shot 63.3% from the field and 7 for 9 from beyond the arc. That's quite an efficient number there. Whenever you can get above 50%, you're really feeling it. The Profs at 77.8%. They have to like what they've been seeing there, and even the free opportunities at the free throw line, 83.3%. Very, very efficient. The Profs have to like what they have been able to do on the offensive end. Everybody on the roster that has taken a shot is at least at 50% field goal percentage, except for Caitlin Seitzman, who has 1 for 3 so far, 33.3%. But in place of that, leading the team in rebounds with 4. It's a weird kind of game of rebounding because the Profs are losing the rebounding battle by 9, but that's just because they haven't been able to get that many attempts. There just haven't been that many rebounding opportunities, especially on the offensive end, where they usually get some decent production. Give credit to Eastern on some of the misses. They're able to box out and not let Rowan get those, but they have been able to stay in the game. Again, they're only down 9 despite the red-hot shooting from the Profs, and that is in large part thanks to the work of Azair and Price. They're 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 5 from the three-point line, and then a couple of three-pointers being made throughout the half, keeping them in it. I mean, they're shooting 38% from the three-point line, which is less than half of what the Profs have right now, but it's certainly a mark that is sustainable, more so than the Profs. Well, we're going to have to see what the Profs can do when we get to the second half, but for now, we'll keep it here and take a quick look at the WGLS FM target weather forecast for the South Jersey listening area. Tonight, the low is going to reach about 26 degrees. It'll stay mostly cloudy, though. Tomorrow, it'll be the same thing, a little bit cloudy, a high of about 42 degrees, but on Wednesday, the high will drop to about 33 degrees, a chance of snow in the morning, but shouldn't be anything too crazy, right at above freezing there, so it shouldn't be anything too big, maybe an inch or so, but not even that is most likely. And right now it's 6:36. It's 31 degrees and cloudy on the campus of Rowan University, and that is the target weather forecast from Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM. We'll be back with some more halftime, some more basketball updates before sending it back to Mark and Ahmad for second half action. So stay tuned on Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM.
Coverage of Prop Sports on WGLS FM is made possible in part by Landmark Americana, located on 1 Mountain Hill Road in Westbury, New Jersey. Jersey, Landmark Americana provides a variety of dining options, including burgers, wings, ribs, and more. For more information, the number is 856-863-6600. And the website is landmarkamericana.com. Landmark Americana is proud to support Profs Sports on Rowan Radio, 89.7 WGLS FM.
WGLS programming is made possible in part by Barnes & Noble, the official bookstore for Rowan University. Located at 201 Rowan Boulevard, Barnes & Noble is your number one choice for Profs beer, as well as a wide assortment of gifts, accessories, and sportswear. The bookstore is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. The Starbucks Cafe opens 8 a.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. For more information, our website is rowanbookstore.bncollege.com. The Barnes & Noble Bookstore is proud to be a supporter of Rowan Radio, 89.7 WGLS FM. WGLS FM programming is made possible in part by South Jersey Gas. If you struggle to make ends meet, South Jersey Gas can connect you to financial assistance programs that pay utility bills. If you are an eligible senior, disabled, or low to middle income customer, the website is southjersey.com/assistance programs, and the number is 1-888-766-9900. South Jersey Gas is proud to sponsor the programming on Rowan Radio, 89.7 WGLS FM.
Welcome back to halftime here in Glassboro. The Profs tied 50-41 against Eastern University. This is Mike Vallejo, and although the Profs have started off very hot as a favorite in this game, a 9-5 record against the 4-10 Eastern, and some NBA action this afternoon, which has started on Martin Luther King Day a little bit earlier than usual, which is not anything too crazy for the NBA. Usually they do that. And there's always one game played in Memphis, which is actually underway right now. Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies up 50-41 in that one with 4 minutes to go in the second half. And it'll be interesting to see what happens in that game, because most of the games that have been played so far, and there's been a handful, have ended in an upset, including the Philadelphia 76ers victory at home against the Toronto Raptors, who have been playing very well so far this season. DeMar DeRozan taking yet another step towards becoming one of the premier players in the NBA, but the 76ers were able to slow him down, and especially his teammate Kyle Lowry, who only shot 3 of 16 from the field for 13 points. Not a very efficient outing. Ended up having a -5, which is the best plus-minus in that starting lineup, better than guys like DeRozan, but not being able to shoot well from the field like that put them in a real tough spot. Meanwhile, the stars for the 76ers were really able to do a great job, and that was Joel Embiid leading the way. 34 points, led all scorers on an efficient 11 of 21 from the field, 11 of 14 from the free throw line, 11 rebounds to boot. Turned it over 7 times and was only 1 of 5 from beyond the arc, but those are not things that have stopped him from being able to produce in a positive way in the past. Obviously, you want to see those turnovers go down as he gets more experience, but that's something they can continue to count on now. Okay, there's still a chance that those are going to go down. They need to if Philly wants to remain above 500. Right now, they're at 20-20 and 10-10 at home, 10-10 on the road, which usually does not happen, but they're right in the middle of the pack right now. They also got big help from the bench through T.J. McConnell, who had 18 points, 8 of 13 shooting, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, and only had a couple of turnovers, including 3 steals. So he really had a nice win in the turnover battle there. T.J. McConnell coming off the bench with 32 points, actually, or 32 minutes rather, playing more minutes than Ben Simmons and J.J. Redick, keeping a real spark plug for them at times. He continues to play very, very well. A couple of the other games that I mentioned, Charlotte Hornets took down the Detroit Pistons, 118-107, 17-25 Hornets, trying to make a push for that 8th seed, just as a lot of the other teams in the East are. Kemba Walker has been excellent so far this season. Everybody else has been subpar, but he can really start clicking and maybe get some more consistent production out of Dwight Howard. Charlotte Hornets should be all right. The Milwaukee Bucks took down the Washington Wizards, 104-95. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 27 points and 20 rebounds. Another dominant performance for one of the league's best young players. And perhaps most surprisingly, the Atlanta Hawks, the 12-31 Atlanta Hawks, got their 12th win against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, without Kawhi Leonard, who are still sitting at 29-15 coming into this one, now at 29-16. LaMarcus Aldridge led the way for the Spurs with 25 points, but it wasn't enough. Dennis Schroeder at 26 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. The Spurs now sitting in the 4th seed, not a place that they're used to being, out of that top 3. The Minnesota Timberwolves have the tiebreaker above them, so we'll have to see how the Spurs react, whether or not they'll continue to plummet, or not really plummet, but drop success. Usually they do. That's just been the Spurs way so far. But we'll just have to see. That's going to do it for the halftime show here on Rowan Radio. We'll send it back to second half action in just a few moments. It'll be the Profs and Eastern University. 50-41, the Profs lead, looking to continue their hot shooting and hold this lead throughout the remainder of the contest. This is Mike DeLay. I'll send it back to Mark and Ahmad to get that third quarter started in just a minute. So stay tuned on Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM.
WGLS programming is sponsored in part by the Art Roster, a nonprofit organization which serves the needs of people with intellectual and related developmental disabilities and their families through education, advocacy, and direct services. The Art Roster offers adult training and employment services, recreation programs, and community living arrangements. For more information on Art Roster services or various employment opportunities, the phone number is 856-848-8648. The Art Gloucester, proud to be a sponsor of Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM.
WGLS programming is made possible in part by the Rowan University Alumni Association, proud to serve over 80,000 alumni through exciting events and programs, the Rowan Magazine, and special alumni benefits and discounts. The Alumni Association provides Rowan alumni with numerous opportunities to stay connected to their alma mater year-round. Alumni are encouraged to check out the website for a list of exciting upcoming events and programs. For more information, the website is alumni.rowan.edu. The Rowan University Alumni Association is proud to sponsor the programming on Rowan Radio.
Hey, it's Alyssa Copper from the Country Road on Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. on Rowan Radio. Now, back to the game.
Welcome back to SB Gymnasium. I'm Mark Atcelli alongside Ahmad Austin, bringing you Profs women's basketball. Currently, the Profs lead the Eastern Eagles by a score of 50-41 going into this second half and this third quarter. And we have some of the halftime stats for you right now. Leading scorer for the Profs right now, Alex Raring. She also adds 2 assists to that. And right behind her, Dominique Peters, doing it on both ends of the floor. She has 10 points and 2 steals to boot.
Yeah, absolutely. They're doing a great job of, wearing many hats, to say the very least, in this game. And what I like most importantly about that first half, of the 19 makes, 11 of them have been assisted on. So they're really sharing the wealth early on in this first half. But on the other end, we were talking about this before we came back. They're being out-rebounded 20-11. And Eastern University, half of their rebounds, literally half of their rebounds are on the offensive glass. They almost have as many offensive rebounds as Rowan has total rebounds. That's something that definitely needs to change. They can try the shootout if they want because they have the weapons, but the fact of the matter is, if that doesn't go for them, they need to stay tough on defense. And part of that includes, securing the rebound, ending the defensive possession. Because if you don't end their offensive possession, it's going to be tough to, stay defensively tight for a longer period of time. So they need to keep those possessions as short as possible for Eastern University.
You're completely right on that one, Ahmad. 10 offensive rebounds for Eastern, only 1 for the Profs tonight, but that's a negative, but one big positive. The Profs are shooting 7 of 9 from three-point range. That is 78% from beyond the arc. That is a phenomenal percentage.
Oh, that's insane, and that's been very common throughout their season. Not with this much success, because that would be like breaking college records.
They'll probably never lose, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. But they shoot throughout the season. They shoot on average less threes than the other team, but they shoot a higher percentage. So, they make them. They really make their attempts count more than their opposition.
And this third quarter starts. There's Rowan with a 3. Can't get it to go. Just when we start talking about the three-point percentage, they miss a three-pointer. I guess the curse of the commentator still exists.
Yeah, now they've fallen to a paltry 70% from 3.
Oh, poor girls, right? All right, and here's Amanda Riff for the Eastern Eagles, and she gets. It looks like a foul is going to be called on the Profs. Looks like a little bit of a shove was called. It's going to be Eastern ball. It's going to stay this way. Interesting. Maybe it looked like Rowan got a piece of Riff or something like that, but nonetheless, it's going to be Eastern ball. Riff spots up for a 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound, the Profs get that rebound. Here's Crilly. She's going to slow it up and let her teammates catch up.
And there they go, making sure they secure the rebound. Crilly now with 3 boards. She's been really tough on the defensive glass.
And a 3 from Rowan. She can't get it to go. Unfortunate. Rowan starting off the half 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. And here comes Young Harris. She dishes it to Price. Layup. And she gets the fall. Quick 2-on-1 fast break. Just what we expected from Eastern coming out of the halftime break. We knew they were going to play fast when it comes to getting their own defensive rebounds, and that's exactly what happens right there. And here comes Raring. Raring with the quick little jump shot. Can't get to go. Rebound from Seitzma. She can't get that one to go either. She gets the rebound again. She can't get to go, and she falls over. Wanted a call. No call. It's a 4-on-1 for the Eagles. Ball dished. Almost turned over. Here's Taylor Price for 3. Can't get it to go. But there's an offensive rebound right there for the Eastern Eagles. There's Amanda Riff wide open for 3, and she drains that one, and this lead is cut down to 4 points, 50-46.
Not a good start at all. Not a good start at all.
That is definitely not what the Profs wanted coming into this half. Crilly finds Simzik. Simzik gets that layup to fall. Simzik using that big frame of hers to fight through in the paint. All 5'10" of her, she gets that layup to go and hopefully slows down some of that Eastern momentum.
Rowan's guards doing a nice job of rewarding the bigs. You know, if they're out there running, you know, they repay them for their efforts by feeding the ball down low.
Wide open 3 taken by Taylor Ozair, number 5 on Eastern. She airballs it, goes out of bounds. That'll be a turnover for the Eastern Eagles. Props ball. Seitzma's going to inbound to Crilly. She's going to walk slowly over midcourt, giving Seitzma a chance to get back in the action. Crilly with the ball. Finds Simzik underneath. Falls over as she tries to catch a ball, but the ball deflects off of an Eastern Eagle. It's going to be Props ball in the offensive half. Rowan is going to take the inbound pass. And she inbounds to Crilly. Finds her at the top of the three-point line. Crilly, quick 3, shakes a defender. Can't get that one to go, but offensive rebound from the Profs. She was falling out of bounds. That was Summer Crilly trying to get her own rebound. She was falling out of bounds as she brought it down. Tried to just keep it in play. Can't throw it to anybody. Throws it out of bounds. It'll be Eastern ball.
Unfortunate turnover there, but you gotta love the effort. You know, as soon as the ball left her hand, she could just sense that it was off, so she immediately attacked the basket. Almost came up with her own rebound, but just didn't have enough court.
And here's Young Harris, dishes it. She finds Ozair. Taylor Ozair with a quick little jump shot. Can't get it to go. Summer Crilly pulls down the rebound. Great box out right there from Crilly. She brings it up the court. Hands it off to Seitzma, who then hands it to Rowan. Rowan looking for an open pass. She finds Simzik. Simzik finds Crilly. She's at the RU. Crilly dishes it to Seitzma for 3. And she can't get it to fall. 0 for 4 from beyond the arc so far in this half. And the Profs are not doing good from beyond the arc.
Man, that jinx is real. We shouldn't have said a thing during the halftime show.
You know what? It's really upsetting because I yell at all commentators all the time when I'm watching professional sports, and they jinx all the time, and then here I am. And there's Riff. Jump shot. Amanda Riff gets it to go.
And you see Coach Lozella still not calling a timeout. She wants her team to, fight through this. They're not going to – she doesn't want to bail them out with a timeout here. So she's saying, you got yourself into this mess. Time to get yourselves out of it.
Oh, great fight by Simzik. Keeps it from going out of bounds. Finds Seitzma, who can't get the layup to go. And here comes Young Harris. She drops it off to Price, who finds Ozair for 3. Airballs it. Rebound by Rowan. She's got Maya Harris all over her. She dishes it to Crilly. And the Profs will come back the other way. 5:55 left to go in the third quarter. Profs up 52-48. Rowan looking. She finds Simzik. Simzik finds Crilly. Summer Crilly dishes it. Finds Raring for 3. And another miss by the Profs from the three-point line. Raring couldn't get that one to go. And it looked like number 31, Simzik, was going for the rebound. Couldn't corral it. Goes off her. It'll be Eastern ball.
We're now 4.5 minutes into the start of the second half, and Rowan only has 1 bucket to their name up to this point.
Definitely not the start Coach Lozella wanted coming out of the halftime break when they were doing so good. And now here is Brown. Brown gives it to Price. Price trying to call a play from the top. She finds Young Harris. Young Harris, looks like Seitzma tried to get the steal, couldn't get it there. She goes for it again, and Young Harris with the spin move gets the layup to go. Love the defensive effort from Kaylin Seitzma and the aggressiveness in going for the steal, but when you go that hard, it's a lot easier to beat you. And a shot from Peters. She can't get it to go. And the rebound by Brown. And Eastern comes up the court. Brown passed it to Price. Price, pull-up jumper for the tie. She gets it to go.
Huge.
And we're tied at 52 with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in this third quarter. And still not a timeout from Coach Lasella.
Now an 11-2 run to start this half for Eastern University.
And a turnover as a pass by Teo gets intercepted by Price. It's a 2-on-1. Gives it to Young Harris. And Eastern takes the lead as Young Harris gets the bucket to go and the foul. She'll go to the line trying to get this three-point play converted. Ahmad, what happened to the Profs?
Well, nothing has changed defensively for them. It's just that, you know, when you don't see that offense, because, you know, they were hiding that bad defense with great offense in the first half, and now you take away that great offense, you're like, wow, what in the world is this team doing defensively?
Young Harris can't get that free throw to go. Crilly's going to take it at the top. She finds Rowan for three. And she gets it to go. However, it hits off the rim, hits the thing that's holding up the basket. I believe that's a stanchion. Hits that and then falls down, but because it hit the back of the basket, it's not going to count. Rowan was visibly upset.
Oh, yeah.
She really wanted that one to count, and that could have changed the momentum. But once again, now the Profs are 0 for 6 from beyond the arc to start this half. And that's Kanice. Kanice dishes it. She finds Riff. Riff dishes it. McLaughlin to Price. She can't get the shot to go. Rebound. Gotten by Rowan.
Very smart move of Crilly to poke it out there. They almost had another offensive rebound, but like I mentioned, she's very tough down there. She's going to fight.
And what do you know? Jenna Hoffner comes off the bench, provides a spark, a quick little jumper from her, ties the game at 54.
Desperately need a bucket there.
And Riff with the ball. She finds Price. Price back to Riff. Riff looking. She dishes it. Finds Kanice. Kanice to Price. Oh, that rhymes. Kanice to Price. I like that. McLaughlin finds Riff underneath the basket. Great attempt right there. Great play run by Eastern. Just couldn't get the layup to fall. And here's Crilly coming the other way. Score still tied at 54. Great move by Hoffner. She can't get it to fall.
You see yet another rebound on the defensive end by Crilly.
And there's McLaughlin. She finds Riff. Riff finds Brown. Brown dribbling with the ball. She finds McLaughlin to Brown underneath for the lead. She gets it to go. 56-54, Eastern University.
They run that play with success almost every time.
I'm just thinking the same thing. Every time they've run that play, they've pretty much gotten the basket to go. And the Profs seem to not have an answer for it. There's Dominique Peters. She finds Teo, who finds Crilly. Crilly drives with two defenders on her. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by Brown. And Eastern is going to go the other way. However, they're pinned in. McLaughlin finds Brown again, but then they finally escape as Price finds herself open. She crosses half court, finds Riff for three, and she gets that one to go. Riff, a local product from Sicklerville, New Jersey, went to Timber Creek High School. I know she has a lot of family and friends here tonight, and they're definitely happy to see her convert that three-pointer as Eastern takes a 5-point lead over the Profs.
If my math is correct, that is now a 4-18 run to start this first half, or the second half, by Eastern University.
Well, the bright side of that one, though, is Rowan gets 2 offensive rebounds, and the Profs stay alive on the offensive end. Hoffner goes to catch the ball, and it looks like McLaughlin got a piece of her. A foul is going to be called. And coming into the game is number 20, Alex Raring, and number 31, April Simzik. They're going to come in for Hoffner and Teo, and hopefully those starters got a rest because they're going to have a lot of work to do coming back into this game.
And you see Simzik bringing in some size for Rowan's team, and Raring bringing out that offensive, dynamic offensive threat that we're accustomed to seeing. So, hopefully that combination can be a bit of a spark plug for Rowan.
Yeah, we can only hope. And Dominique Peters went in for the shot. A foul's called. She's going to go to the line for 2. Peters, a pretty decent free throw shooter. She comes into this game shooting 55%, maybe not so decent as I thought, but 55, that's not too bad, but she gets that one to go, which is a very important free throw.
It's over half. I mean, that's When it's that low, all you can hope for is hey, please make more as opposed to missing more. We'd like to get that at least in a 60, 70 range, but we'll take it.
Well, guess what? She got both of those to go, and the lead is cut to 3 points for the Eastern Eagles. There's Brown. She finds Azer, who cuts towards the top of the three-point line. Finds McLaughlin, ball dish in. There's that same play again. However, Young Harris is stripped. Another steal for Dominique Peters. That's her third of the night. And here comes Rowan coming down, Raring with the ball. Raring has a defender on, does a little dribble move, takes 2 defenders with her. Shot on the move. Can't get it to go. Rebound right there by Eastern. I don't know about you, Ahmad, but that shot seemed a little bit forced to me.
Oh, absolutely. But she loves that elbow jumper, and we've seen her make it, just about over everyone up to this point and throughout her career. She loves that elbow jumper, and she's going to take it regardless of who's there.
Young Harris dishes it. She finds Riff. Riff called a play, then she dishes it over to Azer. Azer finds Young Harris under the basket. She tries to post up. Simzik can't get the shot to fall. Rebounded by Brown. She can't get the shot to fall. Another rebound by Eastern. That's 2 back-to-back offensive rebounds by the Eagles. Brown finds Riff, who finds McLaughlin. She has an open shot, but the three-point is not her forte, and she tries to pass it. Intercepted by April Simzik, who looks for Dominique Peters running down. She would have been all by herself underneath the basket, but Peters wasn't ready for it. Pass hits her in the back. And it's going to be, it looked like it was turned over to the Eastern Eagles, but the refs are going to say it's Profs' ball.
Yeah, Eastern managed to steal it, and it appeared they called a double dribble on Eastern after they managed to come away with the steal. So Rowan catching a huge break there, and they're not able to cash in on it.
But it's okay. Peters comes in with another steal. A layup for Raring. She gets it to go. Great defense on the other end. It all starts with Dominique Peters getting the steal as she falls over. And a foul is called. It looks like it was on Summer Crilly as Amanda Riff was attempting to cross half court. Crilly got a piece of her. A foul is going to be called. That'll be Rowan's 3rd team foul of the half so far.
Still have a foul to give within the final 2 minutes, so not going to be seeing any free rolls from Eastern, fortunately.
A quick shot at the buzzer from Brown. She can't get it to go. And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. The Profs went into the halftime break with a 9-point lead. They now trail at the end of the 3rd quarter by 1. The score is Eastern 59, Rowan 58. We will be right back after a quick break. Stick around.
WGLS-FM programming is made possible in part by Hybrid. Hybrid makes it easy for you to compete online. Websites, online listings, search and social marketing, display ads, and more. Hybrid creates all the digital marketing you need. For more information, the website is hybrid.com. That's HIBU.com. Hybrid is proud to support Rowan Radio.
Hi, it's Mars from Satin Nights. Saturdays at 11 p.m. Now back to the game.
Welcome back into SB Gym. We're just getting ready to start some 4th quarter action in Profs women's basketball. The Profs trail the Eastern University Eagles by a score of 59-58. The Eagles outscored the Profs 18-8 in that quarter, and that's why we stand where we stand right now. Ahmad, we talked about it already. The shooting just disappeared.
Yeah, absolutely. The shooting disappeared, and the defense never appeared. And so I mean, you can't. You got to pick your poison. I mean, you're either going to lack on defense and thrive on offense. If you're lacking on both, you see these lopsided scores now. Getting outscored 18-8. In a single quarter. That's definitely not the Profs' MO. 8 points in a quarter. That's incredibly uncharacteristic of them. So they either need to lock it up or find that rhythm back in.
Yeah, they are, and that was coming out of a halftime where they were 7 for 9 from three-pointer. Then in that 3rd quarter, they turned out to be 0 for 6. So they're going to need to fix that part of their game as well. And here's Brown for Eastern. She dishes it to Price. Price drives in, finds Young Harris, who tries to get the tough layup to go. Foul called on April Simzik. The Profs were not happy with that call. Coach Lasella definitely showing her disapproval from the sideline. Nonetheless, Brianna Young Harris is going to go to the line for 2 for Eastern. And she can't get the first one to go. Young Harris has had trouble from the free throw line so far in this game.
The team as a whole has had, a great amount of difficulty from the free throw line. You see that first half, they were 1 of 5 from the free throw line. 20%, that's
and then
an air ball there.
Yeah,
Young Harris.
Young Harris airballs that one, and that is not what Eastern wanted to see. But nonetheless, here comes Rowan down the other way. Alex Raring, Rowan's top scorer with the ball.
Rowan catching another huge break there with Brianna Young Harris not being able to, cash in on the free ones. Now Rowan in a position to take the lead on this possession.
And Peters drives and gets the layup to go. And one opportunity for Peters. She gives the Profs a 60-59 lead with 9 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter, and she's going to go to the line for the and one.
That's a very big way to start this fourth quarter. They definitely need to set the tone right here, right now, and get back to what they're used to, which is, simply put, getting buckets.
And Peters able to convert on the free throw. That extends the Profs lead to 2 points, 61-59. Peters, only a sophomore, really showing some promise in this game. I mean, she's been good all season. She's the Profs, I believe, third leading scorer as a sophomore. So that's a phenomenal stat in and of itself. A steal by the Profs. Here comes Summer Crilly. She gets the ball tipped away, but she gets it. And she calls, the ref's going to call out of bounds on Summer Crilly. She got the ball stripped as she was crossing midcourt, ran to the out of bounds line to try and save it, but apparently maybe her hand or her knee hit the out of bounds line when she tried to punch it back into play for Rowan.
Yeah, that's a very big opportunity missed there. They were able to, come away with a steal, potentially leading to another basket. It could have been a very good run to start this fourth quarter to, regain some of that momentum that they lost in the third.
Here's Azair for Eastern. She finds Kanice. Kanice finds Brown for three. She can't get it to go. Rebound by Simzik. And now here comes Raring coming up. Raring dishes to Rowan. Almost intercepted. Rowan can't get the shot to fall. However, Peters underneath for the rebound. And she gets the basket to fall and the foul. Another and one opportunity for Dominique Peters. She is really showing the Profs faithful something right now.
And you see after she gets that and one, she yells over in approval to the Profs bench cheering on. She's basically telling, listen, I got this. I'll set the tone right here, right now, as she's now become the leading scorer for the Profs tonight.
Peters can't get the layup to fall, unfortunately. Can't convert the and one. The Profs still have a 4-point lead, 63-59. 8 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in this game. And here comes Price. Price runs into a few Profs. No foul is called, and Dominique Peters thought the ball was going to be called out of bounds off of the Eastern Eagles. Instead of the foul, they're going to say it's just going to be Eastern ball. Yep. They're going to say Eastern ball, and that's strange because I thought, number one, I thought they were going to call a foul.
Yeah.
And number two, I didn't see that ball hit off anybody when it went out of bounds.
Well, you see the sideline official here. He initially called the charge after discussion with the baseline official. They determined, hey, it was out of bounds. No charge, out of bounds.
Interesting call from the referees, but Summer Crilly tries to get a quick steal. She almost does, and then Raring finishes it off. Raring coming up the court. She splits defenders, and as she's splitting the defenders, the ball goes off her knee, and it's going to be out of bounds. A turnover for the Profs just after they got the Eagles to turn it over themselves.
You see Raring, very desperate for a bucket, understandably so. They've had, quite a drought to start the second half off here. But, she, recognizing the numbers, she had a 1-on-3, probably would have been best to slow it up and, let the rest of her offense rather come and, work out a full half-court set.
And there's a layup attempt coming from number 23, Maya Harris, swatted away by April Simzik. Great defensive effort right there. Ball dished out. That's Taylor Price. Taylor Price looking. She finds Maya Harris. Harris driving. Tries to get the layup to go. Can't get it to go, but a foul's called on Simzik. And Harris will go to the line for two.
Yeah, that appeared to be an interesting call there. Yeah, they called the foul on Simzik there, but, didn't necessarily move. She just had her hands up and, let Harris take it to the rack.
Well, you and I both know with basketball, the offense is going to get the benefit of the doubt most of the time.
Oh, yes.
However, With the way Easton's been shooting from the free throw line, another miss right there from Maya Harris. The way they've been shooting from the free throw line, those fouls have not been as intimidating for the Profs.
Oh, no, not at all. And, regardless of, outcome for Eastern University by the end of this game, I'm sure, they're going to look to the drawing board, look at the box score and say, like, wow, we gave up a lot of points from the free throw line.
Yeah, and, free throws are a very important part of basketball. And here's Dominique Peters driving in. Can't get the layup to go, but she does get the foul, and she's going to go back to the line. She's been doing very well tonight from the line. Way
impressive.
Better than her 55% on the season. That really isn't doing her justice tonight.
No, not at all.
Peters shoots the first one. She gets it to go.
And back to Eastern University's free throw shooting. It's incredible that, they're shooting so poorly when, for the season as a team, they're a 67% free throw shooting team, as you see Peters
that's
there.
That's not too shabby.
2 for 2. Yeah, that's not bad, for an entire team, 67%, as opposed to they're going to be well over 50 by the end of this game, that's for sure.
Great steal by Summer Crilly. Finds Peters, who finds Waring underneath. Peters tries to get the rebound. Ball's going to be off the Eastern University Eagles. Profs ball, as the Profs playing with a 6-point lead right now, leading 65-59 with 7 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Profs finally getting some momentum coming into this fourth quarter.
Yeah, they're playing with noticeable desperation now. They're fighting on every loose ball.
Crilly can't get it to go. Rebound, and here's Taylor Price. She has a wide open layup. Dominique Peters streaking down. She swats Taylor Price.
Peters is doing it all.
What a defensive play from Dominique Peters. She's doing it on the offensive end with the points. She has 2 steals and make it 1 block as she swats Taylor Price, who for sure thought she had a wide open layup. Peters did not think the same.
Oof.
And Taylor Price, open jumper. She gets it to go.
Getting a little greedy there. She wants it. She wants it real bad, but you got to stay at home. Stay on your feet.
And here's Olivia Rowan. Rowan finds Raring. Raring finds Crilly, who backs down the defender, starts to drive in the paint, lays it up. Can't get the shot to go, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line.
And that already their 4th foul in the first 3.5 minutes of this fourth quarter. Expect a lot more free throws from Rowan, especially with this, increased aggressiveness that we're seeing in this fourth quarter. They're taking a lot of shot attempts, in the paint. So expect a lot more free throws from them.
Yeah, Rowan is doing a great job drawing the foul, something they did not do in the last quarter when they got outscored 18-8.
Not at all.
When they were driving in, the refs weren't calling anything, but right now the Profs making sure when they throw that layup up, they're getting the contact. And Crilly drains the first one. And coming into the game for the Profs is going to be number 15, Samantha Teo. And coming out is going to be number 20, Alex Raring. You can be sure Raring's going to be back in this game, but she deserves her rest.
Oh, absolutely.
Crilly gets the second one to fall, 67-61 Profs.
Rowan doing a great job of making their free throws count. For the year, they're actually a 73% shooting team, doing very well. As you see a timeout here.
Timeout called by the Eastern Eagles. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. But going into that, Dominique Peters again on the defensive end right here with the high press defense forces Eastern to pass it out of bounds, an errant pass, and the Profs are going to get the ball back on another Eastern turnover as the Eagles call this timeout.
Yeah, we see Peters there. We see with the first and one to start the game, and then the second and one, literally the very next possession. She's really setting the tone for the entire team. She's fighting. And you see it's starting to be reciprocated now. We see a lot more aggression from not just Peters, but everyone else on the team. They see her fight and they're like, all right, that's what we need right there. And excellent job by Peters on both ends of the court.
Peters definitely lifting the spirits of this Profs team that had a pretty much awful third quarter, but they have come back, and Crilly goes up for the shot. She gets fouled by Amanda Riff. Again, the Profs drawing another foul on the Eagles, and that's 5 in this half. The Profs are now going to be in the bonus. So from now on, any type of foul on the Eagles, and it's going to be a 1-and-1 for the Profs. But right now, Crilly's going to go to the line for 2. She hits the first one. And Crilly gets the second one to fall as well.
And we saw actually after that shot, when she got fouled, she was actually passing it off So I don't think they were actually going to give her the shooting foul, but because she was on the penalty, it was going to be free throws regardless.
And it looks like a foul is called right there on Teo. And that'll bring the Profs to 3 team fouls in the quarter. So 2 more, and then Eastern will be in the bonus. So the Profs are going to need to make sure they are careful underneath the basket and just in general. Ball inbounded from Price. Price finds Young Harris, who finds Azair. Azair, she's been quiet in this quarter after having a great first 3. Layup by Price, can't get it to go. Rebound by the Profs. Crilly coming the other way, she finds Teo. Samantha Teo to Crilly, Crilly to Rowan, back to Teo at the top of the 3-point line. She finds Crilly, who drives, can't get the layup to go. Rebound by Young Harris, who's running down the court. Young Harris for the layup, can't get it to fall. Rebound by Simzik, and Simzik's going to hold on to the ball, dish it to Crilly, and the Profs will reset their offense.
Rowan about halfway through this fourth quarter doing a significantly better job on that defensive glass. They're denying any type of offensive second chance opportunities.
Here's Simzik. Simzik able to find Peters, and Peters is called for the travel. She was having such a good quarter and still is, but her first mistake is going to be a travel, and it's going to be a turnover on the Profs. Coming into the game for the Profs, number 22, Kaylin Seitzma, as Summer Crilly exits the game. And Eastern will inbound the ball. Riff with the ball. She dishes it back to Azair. They get the ball across half court. Here's Brown. Brown, wide open jumper. Can't get it to go as she front rims it, but the rebound by Simzik. And it's going to be, it was tied up by an Eastern defender. However, the Profs are going to get the advantage as they'll get the ball back. A quick pass from to Tello. Tello finds Simzik underneath. Can't get the fall, but Peters with the rebound gets it to go. Dominique Peters dominating on the boards, the offensive end, and on the defensive end. She's having an all-around just great game. Layup by Young Harris. She tries to get it to go, and she gets fouled by Kaylin Seitzman. She'll go to the line for 2.
You can tell by Young Harris's body language that she's starting to kick it up, playing with a little bit more desperation. So they're definitely going to want to keep an eye on that, because as she has shown throughout the previous moments of the game, she has significantly more speed than pretty much everyone else on the court. So they definitely want to keep her under wraps as much as they possibly can. There's only so much you can do with someone as athletic as her. But yeah, we'll see how Rowan is able to respond to her increased desperation.
And she misses the second one after hitting the first one. And the Profs are going to come the other way. They have a 9-point lead right now. Rowan finds Raring. She enters the game after only probably a minute and a half of rest. And a travel again called on the Profs. Another turnover by Rowan. They need to be careful of these turnovers. That's 2 in the last 3 possessions, and both of them were traveling calls.
Yeah, they're getting too excited. They want to make the move, but you got to put the ball down first, and it's not what they're doing.
And there's Young Harris. Like you said, she drives. She finds Maya Harris. Gets it to go. Rowan lead is decreased to 7 points. Here's Dominique Peters driving. Getting the foul and the bucket to go again. Dominique Peters is having a fantastic game, a fantastic second half. I mean, she had 10 points in the first half, and now she's dominating in the second half. That's her 3rd and 1 situation in this game.
Yeah, she might have 10 points in the. Actually, no, she absolutely does have 10 points going into this quarter.
Oh, she had 10 points at the half. She had 10 points at the half.
10 points in this quarter. That's what I'm referring to. Yeah, she's absolutely kicking it up. This is what we in the basketball world call clutch.
And she couldn't get the free throw to go. However, the ball is going to go out of bounds. It'll be Eastern ball. Actually, it looks like a foul was called on the Profs. And Eastern's going to go to the line. Maya Harris is going to be the one shooting the shots for the Eastern Eagles.
Very rare make on the free throw line from Eastern University. I'm amazed that I'm saying that, but it's a very rare make.
They made one of the They made one in their last trip to the free throw line. Let's see if they can make both. That's Maya Harris getting ready to shoot her second free throw. After making the first one, she makes the second one. Profs lead down to 7 points as they lead 73-66 with 4 minutes and 37 seconds left in tonight's game. Raring gets the inbound from Crilly. Here's Raring. Raring finds Crilly. Crilly back to Raring. Raring at the RU. She finds Crilly again, backing down in front. A great spin move. Crilly gets the layup to go.
What a move.
Phenomenal spin move right there by Summer Crilly. Fantastic. She backed down 2 defenders and then spun to split them. And Dominique Peters almost with a steal.
10 seconds.
And a 10-second call on Eastern as Dominique Peters almost forces a steal. Eastern tries to recover it, and they do, but they held the ball too long in their own end. It'll be another turnover for the Eastern Eagles.
And there's that full court press working at its finest.
Ball inbound from Rowan. She finds Raring. Raring into Simzik. Finds Rowan, who gets the fadeaway jumper to go.
That's a very tough make there.
Brown with the little step.
Whoa.
Little step back gets Rowan to fall. However, she gets back up. Young Harris is going to score for the Eagles. Crilly, great pass to Peters. Here comes Peters. Beats one defender. She's surely going to drive in, and she does, and gets the layup to go. Dominique Peters
She cannot be stopped.
cannot be stopped. You are absolutely
officially
right.
uncorked in this fourth quarter.
Dominique, as soon as you saw her get that ball, there were 3 Eastern players in front of her, and I think we all knew she was going to take that one.
Oh, absolutely.
That was a heat check, and she's still hot.
Oh, 100%.
And a foul is going to be called on the Profs as Eastern's going to go to the line once again. This time is going to be Taylor Price shooting 2 at the line. She gets the first one to fall. Taylor Price leading the way for the Eagles tonight with 12 points. Make it 13 after that free throw. She converts both, which is something that Eastern has not been able to do for most of the game. Here come the Profs the other way. Peters out to Raring. Drains that jump shot. Raring starting to find her shooting touch. She gets that one back. And almost a steal by the Profs. Kanice with the ball. She dishes to Riff. She finds Price. Price looking. Finds Young Harris. Dishes it out to for 3. Can't get it to go. Ozair couldn't convert that 3. Dominique Peters with the rebound. Here comes Raring. Raring finds Rowan, who's driving in on the layup. Instead, she tries to pass to Raring. Raring wasn't ready for it. Instead, it's going to be a turnover. Here comes Eastern the other way. The Eagles, there's Taylor Price dishing it. 3-pointer not converted on by Riff. Rebound by the Profs. Here is Olivia Rowan. Finds Raring wide open at the RU. Now pressure's being applied by Young Harris. Here's Crilly. Crilly finds Rowan. Oh, great cut by Simzik. And it looks like a foul is going to be called on Eastern. Simzik's going to go to the line and shoot 2. Simzik having a pretty decent game tonight. 11 points so far, 1 block, 3 assists, and 9 total rebounds for April Simzik. So she's having a pretty solid game as she gets the first free throw to go.
Oh, yeah. She typically locks it down on that offensive glass. She's averaging 8.4 rebounds a game.
But if we were wondering how Dominique Peters was doing this game, she has 25 points, 4 steals, 1 block, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. Dominique Peters doing absolutely everything for the Profs
Career
tonight.
game for her, actually. Her previous career high, Rutgers Camden, earlier in the season, she dropped 20. So she has now surpassed that career high, now having the best game of her young college career. Definitely a very bright future ahead of her.
That's phenomenal. As the Profs did hit that free throw down at the other end, but Eastern came right back up and got a quick layup. 83-72. Profs lead by 11 points with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in this half. Here's Rowan. Finds Raring. Raring. Pass intercepted by Young Harris. There she goes. Wide open layup. She gets it to go. And a timeout is going to be called. Looks like a timeout called by Eastern. And let's wait to see how long this timeout is going to be. This is going to be a full timeout, Eastern's first full timeout of the game. So we're going to be right back after a quick message. Stay tuned.
WGLS programming is made possible in part by Barnes & Noble, the official bookstore for Rowan University. Located at 201 Rowan Boulevard, Barnes & Noble is your number one choice for Profs gear, as well as a wide assortment of gifts, accessories, and sportswear. The bookstore is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. The Starbucks Cafe opens 8 a.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. For more information, our website is rowanbookstore.beancollege.com. The Barnes & Noble Bookstore is proud to be a supporter of Rowan Radio, 89.7 WGLS FM.
Hey, it's me, JC, and the place to be for Metal for the Masses every Monday night, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. And now, back to the game.
Welcome back to SB Gymnasium. A minute and 54 seconds left to go on the clock. The Rowan University Profs women's basketball team leads Eastern University by a score of 83-74. And Ahmad, Rowan, what a great turnaround coming into this quarter. I mean, they ended the third quarter with 58 points. And they're already up to 83. That's 25 points in one quarter. And look at that. Dominique Peters does it again on the other end, gets the layup to go. 27 points, just making her career high even higher.
Yeah, she kind of seems like she's looking for that 30-piece tonight.
And that's a turnover by the Eastern Eagles. Summer Crilly is going to hold the ball up. She's going to find Seitzma. Back to Crilly.
And now looking at a double-digit lead with a minute and a half remaining. Rowan's just going to look to wind this one down.
There's Simzik. She finds Seitzma under the basket. Can't convert the layup, but Peters with the rebound.
Oh, my goodness.
Offensive rebound from Dominique Peters. She gets the layup to go. That's 29 on the night for her. And pass deflected off a Prof. It's going to go out of bounds. Now Profs extend their lead to 13 points, up 87-74 with a minute and 10 left to go in this game. The Profs surely need to come out with the win tonight. It's going to take a miracle for the Eastern Eagles to be able to come back in this game. But you got to credit the Profs, the huge turnaround after being down by a point and being outscored 18-8 in the third quarter. They come out and dominate in the fourth.
Yeah, now outscoring Eastern University by a count of 29-16. Yeah, quite a match.
A lot more offense coming from both teams in this fourth quarter, but it's good to see the Profs on the right side of that.
Oh, yeah.
And there it is. Maya Harris driving in, gets the layup to go and the foul. She'll go to the line, try and trim this lead to 10 points if she makes this free throw.
Very big if there, if any of the game has told us anything about their free throw shooting.
I mean, the last trip to the line, it was Maya Harris, and she was able to convert both. So let's see.
This is very true. She does have a very, very clean stroke.
She can't get that one to fall. Rebound by Seitzma, and Crilly's going to have the ball. She dishes it all the way across the court to Rowan. And there's Seitzma again, back to Crilly. It doesn't look like Eastern's going to foul. They're just going to let the Profs kill the clock. And there's Crilly, finds Seitzma. Back to Rowan. Finding Simzik, who finds Crilly. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. There's Seitzma dishing it into Simzik. Shot blocked. Eastern's going the other way. Foul is going to be called. And it looks like it's on Summer Crilly. She fouled Young Harris, Brianna Young Harris, as she was going through half court. She's going to go line for 2 shots. Unfortunate foul right there, and it looks like we're going to have a Rowan timeout here. Wait to see how long it's going to be. It's going to be a full timeout for the Profs, and we will be right back in just a minute.
WGLS FM programming is made possible in part by South Jersey Gas. If you struggle to make ends meet, South Jersey Gas can connect you to financial assistance programs that will pay utility bills. If you are an eligible senior, disabled, or low to middle income customer, the website is southjersey.com/assistance programs, and the number is 1-888-766-9900. South Jersey Gas is proud to sponsor the programming on Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM.
Hey, it's A-Train from the Vinyl Frontier, heard here Thursday and Friday nights at 11 p.m. Now, back to the game.
And we're back at SB Gymnasium. 25.7 seconds left to go in the game. That's Brianna Young-Harris at the free throw line for Eastern. She gets the first one to go, trimming this lead to 10 points, 87-77. It will take an absolute miracle for the Eastern Eagles to come out with a win here tonight in SB Gym. But after watching that Minnesota Vikings football game last night, I think anything is possible.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you got Case Keenum throwing your team to victory.
Oh,
anything
goodness.
is possible.
Imagine that NFC Championship. Can you just think about that for a second? Case Keenum and Nick Foles.
You know what's really funny about that? Both of them quarterbacks under the Jeff Fisher coach.
Oh, my goodness.
St. Louis Rams, now the Los Angeles Rams. And here's where it gets even crazier. So last year when Jeff Fisher was the coach, before the season started, he guarantees that they're not going to have another 7-9 season.
Rowan hits the first one from the line.
They've been plagued by all these 7-9 seasons under Jeff Fisher. So he says this is actually on video. He says we're not going 7-9. We're not going 8-8. We're not even going to go 9-7. We're not even going to go 10-6. So he guarantees at minimum an 11-win season. They end up going 7-9. And now you look at Case Keenum and Nick Foles, their jersey numbers 7-9.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Roland's able to get both the fall. Profs lead increases again to 89-78. And we're going to have it looks like it might be a full timeout, but there's only 23 seconds left in the game, so we're going to keep it right here. 89-78, Profs lead by 11 points. You got to think the Profs are going to close this one out, and with a win tonight, the Profs would improve to 9-5 on the season, while the Eastern Eagles would drop to 4-11. That is not what the Eagles wanted to see coming into this game. They had just snapped a 4-game losing streak with a victory for them at Wilkes University the other night, and now they're right back in the loss column with this game against the Profs tonight.
Yeah, it was, and actually, technically speaking, as a result of, because you remember the Jersey City forfeiture.
Yes.
They are now
10
double
and 5,
digits in the win column. Very big for Rowan University. I think 6-2 now 6-2 in the conference.
6-2 in the conference, yes.
Although this is interconference play, but yeah, they have a very strong conference record up to this point.
So in case anybody listening is wondering, I mean, the game did get suspended, so what they decided to do, and the game got canceled and forfeited by Jersey City, they decided that the game was not going to count towards either team's overall record. It would just count as a conference win for the Profs. And the Profs just letting the seconds tick away as there's Tobin with the ball, dishes it to another Prof, and that's going to for the game tonight. The Profs beat the Eastern University Eagles by a score of 89-78, an 11-point victory for the Profs, improving themselves technically to 10-5 on the season.
Got to put an asterisk next to it.
Got to put an asterisk next to it, but 10-5 on the season for the Profs. That's so far a phenomenal year, a career night from Dominique Peters. She drops 29 points tonight. Actually, 29 points, 4 steals, 1 block, 3 assists, and 7 rebounds. She definitely stuffed the stat sheet tonight. Did a phenomenal job, and most of it came in the fourth quarter. That's the crazy part.
Oh, absolutely, and it's funny. It's funny, Dominique Peters, our third leading scorer. She's the one that ends up leading the charge because